Hey everybody, how's it going? This is LittleOldMii, and today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk about the updated aquatic, and yeah, it has been out for a while. I know that even when I'm recording this, it has been out for a while, but I still wanted to make a video about this because I've been messing around with features, and I've noticed that there are a few things that I think not that many people have noticed. So yeah, I'm gonna show. I'm kind of gonna do a few tips and tricks in this video, even though it's mainly just gonna be stuff you need to know about the Minecraft Aquatic update. Actually, that pretty much sums it up. It's basically gonna be that. You may notice that I am in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft right now, but I'm gonna do the same for the Java edition, and it's either gonna be the second half of this video, or it's just going to be a separate video. In that case, if you skip to the second half of this video and you don't see any Java, you still see that it's the Bedrock edition, then you can go to the end of the video and there should be a link to that video. Anyways, let's begin. The Minecraft Update Aquatic added a lot of things in the game. One of them being this feature called waterlogging, and it basically allows you to have water in a block that isn't a 1 by 1 by 1 cube. So this removes the exploit of the underwater exploits. I'm assuming that's why they added it in, and also for the aesthetic. But I think they mainly wanted to remove it because there was this exploit where if you place the door underwater or sugarcane, you'd have an air pocket, and you'd basically have infinite air underwater. So I think that's why they did it. But at least it's not only for that purpose. It does also look nice. As you can see, I placed a staircase underwater, and there's no air pocket, and it looks pretty nice. Um, Even though I placed it here on the surface, it does also float. The water does also flow when it's waterlogged. It's just that it's not flowing here because the water kind of treats these blocks as if they're still cubes for some reason, I guess. I'm not really sure. But you may have noticed that this little tiny bit of water here still acts like water, which means that I can do something like this. I mean, isn't that amazing? I mean, look at this. I can fall from like 100 blocks or something and land in this tiny little bit of water and be completely fine. Like that's insane. That's insane. As you may know, Minecraft likes to be a very realistic game. This demonstrates that perfectly. I'm just kidding. But it's a lot of fun to mess around with that little thing right there. Um, you may notice something different as I'm swimming. Yeah, they added a new swimming animation. So this only works when you're running underwater, when you're sprinting underwater. If you're just walking, you'll look like you would normally do when you would normally just run around in the older versions of Minecraft. But now if you run around, you'll have this swimming animation, and it looks pretty nice. And I'm pretty sure that it's inspired from the Elytra glitch, where if you would glide around and then land in water, you would then stay in gliding mode, sort of. So you'd still look like you're gliding, and it kind of looked like swimming. So people like to do that, but then we removed it, and that was pretty unsettling. But then they replaced it with this, so it's okay. um, you can play thanks to this, just like with the Elytra glitch. You can move through 1 by 1 areas, and even tiny little spots. Like you may notice, so if you look at this here, it's not the same as that area over here, but you can get through this. It's just really difficult. If I do this and I time it correctly, wait a minute. I have to time this correctly. It's really difficult. There you go. So you can get out of it using that. You can't get back in though. You can't fit in if you try and get in. But if that trick is too hard for you, let me try it again. That was too early. I think you really have to wait for the last moment to do this. Like, there you go. Yeah, but if that's too difficult, you can always just go towards it. Like if here, oh, now I'm constantly making it. I'm making it no problem. Wait, let me do it one more time. Let me see if I can make it one more time. Okay, here I can make it. So if this is too hard for you, you can also just stop sprinting for a split second and then start sprinting again, and you'll get out no problem. So yeah, that's one little trick already. Um, I have done some research and I noticed that you can waterlog pretty much any block now, which means you can put pretty much any block underwater and it will look fine. There are, however, a few blocks that you can't place underwater, and I've basically gone through almost everything, and I saw that pretty much any form of plant, including this cactus that wasn't meant to be here. I actually tested this before and I forgot to put it back in the chest. Yeah, but pretty much any plant that's not meant to be underwater can't be placed underwater. So this includes any saplings, any crops, any bush. What I mean by that is like grass and double grass and stuff like that. Any mushrooms, any small flowers, any tall flowers, any lily pads, and I mean underwater. You can still obviously place them on top of water on the surface. You can't place coarse plants and coarse flowers, even if you try and place them on top of end stone, not sandstone, end stone. You can't place cocoa beans on jungle wood, even even though underwater, and you can't place netherwort on top of soul sand underwater. You can't place sugar cane, cacti. You can't underwater, so you can't have farmland underwater. But even if you did, because you can't place farmland with commands, you can't use crops to. You can't place crops in them, so it doesn't matter. You can't place snow layers underwater. You can, however, place snow blocks. So at least you can do that. You can't light fires underwater. Like I tried with a flint and steel, and I thought that there would be just a split second where you would see fire, but there's nothing. Also, you should keep note that you do lose durability when you use flint and steel underwater. So you don't want to carry flint and steel underwater. You can't place end crystals, torches, redstone torches, and redstone underwater either. But if for some reason you really want to place flowers underwater, you can do that because you can place flower pots underwater and you can place flowers in flower pots. So everything you can place in a flower pot, you can place underwater. So that's why you can have cacti underwater, even though you can't place flowers and cacti underwater. You can still place it in a flower pot. I've done a bit of research, and this isn't really relevant to the update, but I've noticed that you can still bounce off of bouncy blocks, which is interesting. So you can still, if you look very carefully, bounce off of slime blocks. It's kind of hard to tell though. Wait, maybe if I run into it. You see, it doesn't do the same as when I run into sand, for example, which isn't bouncy. So that was slightly interesting. And you may have had a sneak peek, but this means that you can place rails underwater and you can have mine carts underwater. So you can have underwater roller coasters. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty cool. I actually had the idea for that once, but I tried doing it in Java and it wasn't possible. But with this update, you can actually do that. I don't know if you can do it in Java yet. I haven't tested it yet, but hopefully you can. I've found a glitch that has to do with vines and ladders, and that's you can't actually climb on them. As you can see right now, I'm moving forwards and I'm not climbing them. But you can swim up and then eventually get on the ladders, and as you can see, I am moving forwards here. You can also just swim up and then you'll get on the ladder, so that works as well. And yeah, that's something to keep note of. Maybe Mojang will fix that glitch. Something that I want to show as well that's another feature is that you can see here that once you get in water, you will not see that much, but the longer you stay, the further you'll see. So that's another neat little thing. Wait, let me see if I can do this again here. As you can see, you could only see until here, but as you stay longer, you can see all the way there. That's another thing. Let's continue our track here. So here we go. And that right there with some soul sand in underwater. And as you can see, it creates a bubble column, which will push you out of the water. Although you have to keep note that if you're going to do this, you have to use source blocks. You can't use flowing water for this. It has to be a water source, or else the bubble columns won't be formed. And if we continue here, you'll see that we can also have magma blocks underwater to pull you down instead of pushing you out of the water. And right now, I'm not taking any damage because I'm sneaking. But if I weren't, I would be taking damage, as you saw right there. So that's also another trick. So if at some point you get caught in magma blocks, you can just sneak and you should be fine. Once again, just like with soul sand, you have to use water source blocks. If you use flowing water, the bubble columns won't be formed and it won't pull you down. And you may have noticed that I used a redstone repeater here. So that just shows that you can now use repeaters. And if I go back, I can probably show this a lot easier. As you can see right here, yeah, you can use repeaters now underwater. Although it does seem to cause a little glitch here where you can have a little air pocket here. And it does act as an actual air pocket. Because eventually... Hold on. There you go. I'm going to be talking about what just happened there. But basically, that's proving that you can still have these little air bubbles. I don't know how I triggered this. I don't know if this works. If it's just a piston being powered. I don't know. I haven't tested that yet, but I'm pretty sure you can waterlock pistons. So wait, what if I do this? Yeah, you can waterlog pistons. So I don't know. Oh wait, no, come back. Let me just send this minecart. Oh no. Okay, wait, I have to go back here. And no, it's really hard to get out of these bubble columns, by the way. There, I'm just gonna send that back. So, I think there's one thing left to talk about. No, two things. So there's a new mob that has been added to the game, which I'm gonna show up right now, which is called the Drowned. You can see him right here. And that's a baby one. Wait, is that baby's... Is that a baby drowned holding a nautilus shell on its left arm? I wonder how rare that is. It must be very rare. And I even got a nautilus shell out of that. So that's proof that you can get them from drowned. That's pretty interesting. I was going to talk about the fact that they dropped Tritons, and I was going to show that this was evidence because when I was testing this out, I got one thanks to them. Actually, speaking of that though, I did summon one with a fishing rod on its left arm. I don't know what the chances are of that, but geez, I'm just finding all kinds of rare mobs. Let's see if I can get another rare one. No, let me just kill this one. And that one just gave me rotten flesh. If you're wondering, they spawn in the ocean, but you can also get them by making a zombie drawn. And there's been a change with every undead mob, where now whenever there's an undead mob in water, it will sink. It'll just sink to the bottom. So yeah, if you were scared and I don't know, a skeleton was chasing you, you can now just use water as its great. Water's basically become its greatest enemy. Wither skeletons will sink. Zombies will sink. Every undead mob will sink underwater now. And in a few seconds, this zombie should turn into a drowned, as you can see right here. And sometimes it does spawn with a trident. In this case, it did not. Although you don't want to meet him with a trident because tridents, as you can see here, are pretty strong. There's a new weapon that you can use. You can throw it like this, or you can use it as a melee weapon. And they come with different enchantments. You got loyalty, riptide, and channeling. I do want to point out that you can have loyalty and riptide or channeling at the same time, but you can't have riptide and channeling at the same time. You can also enchant them with unbreaking, I believe, and a few other enchantments, like mending, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. But I think I'm going to see how well I can fight against these drowns during the night where they won't burn. And in the meanwhile, I'll also show you how these tridents work. So as you saw, if you throw a normal trident, it will fall away and you'd have to pick it up again. Loyalty makes it so that it comes back to you. And as you saw right there, that's very, very useful, if you ask me. Riptide, something I can't show right here, but if I'm in water, I can show you that. Oh, wait, no. You can still use it as a melee weapon, by the way. And it's actually, even as a melee weapon, it's still pretty strong. But what I wanted to show is whenever you're in water, you can do this little thing here. It's a lot easier when it's raining, so let me do that instead. So what it does, it allows you to do this right here to attack him, which is pretty crazy. I mean, look at this. You can actually use it as a pretty good way of transporting yourself. Oof. I think there's a chance that you can dive. Oh, yeah. Okay, that just proved my point. How did I not land in... Wait, let me... Where was I? There I am. Where did I land? Wow, that was so unlucky. I landed in the barrier. That was so unlucky. Let's see, where... At least now I'm showing that you can, that it's a lot easier for you to get blocks. At least now I can show you that it's a lot easier to get your stuff back once you die in a body of water. Can I get out? There you go. Where's the rest? Is that everything? It is. So let me get out of here. Or let me just get out of here this way. As you can see, it does this like crazy attack, spin attack. And oh, apparently it is very easy to kill yourself with it. And that's not good, but hopefully I won't have to worry about that. What's going on there? Let me just see. Oh, I think the thunderstorm just killed a bunch of fish there. Yeah, but let me go over here. Come on. I just need 2 tridents. Oh! I got struck by lightning. Apparently that's very unlikely, by the way. Okay, I got channeling, but... Oh no! I'm pretty sure I saw 2 tridents here. Did I lose the other one? No, wait, there's one here. Please tell me it's the good one. Well, it's not the good one, it's just the other one. The one I need right now. Riptide, no. think I lost the Riptide one. But I think I already showed you how it works. It basically allows you to do this attack where you fling yourself in the air, and you can use that to transport yourself when it's raining or when there's a thunderstorm. Although apparently it doesn't always end well, so I wouldn't recommend using it as a way to transport yourself unless you have something like an Elytra. Next up, you have Riptide. I already showed up Riptide. I'm in channeling, which allows you to summon lightning, basically. Because if I target any fish here, and if I hit them during a thunderstorm, this will only work during a thunderstorm. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you're using a Riptide, you can only use it when you're either in water or either when it's raining or when there's a thunderstorm, because you need to be in contact with water. And I'm looking for a mob to go after, because apparently every mob is gone. Well, I guess there's the horse that looks a bit different. Let's see if I can show it up. There. I just showed it off. Basically, it will attack any mob with thunder once you hit it. And yeah, this thunder right here, this thunderstorm is pretty intense. Let's see if I can find another mob. As you can see, this only works when you hit a mob. I think you can hit yourself with it. Can I hit myself with it? Where did it fall? Where is it? Wait, let me try again. Let me try. Where is it? Where is it? I guess it won't hit me. I don't really want to show it. There's not really any other mob I can damage. Like maybe with these guys. No, that doesn't work. I guess I can't really show that any better. So let's get rid of this thunderstorm, because yeah, I don't really like this. And I guess that's everything I'll show in the Bedrock version of this video. There will be a Java version of this. And let me set it back to day. There you go. Much better. So I guess now we'll go to... wait, let me real quick get rid of this. Oh, what? I didn't know you could do this. Apparently you can shoot. Apparently you can put Nautilus shells in your offhand. That's interesting. Yeah, but anyways, let's go to the Java edition.